I'm getting a very, very, very strong energy of someone who is in a phase of emotional movement. Somebody who's not stagnant at all. I'm seeing a person who has recently been around people in social settings or some celebration, small gathering, friends, conversations, even like casual hangouts, but emotionally they are not fully present there. I'm seeing someone who smiles, laughs, talks, participate, but inwardly they're not, like, their mind keeps drifting apart, like drifting back to this one specific situation or this one specific person. I think this message is for you if you feel like you're surrounded by people yet emotionally focused somewhere else, something feels unfinished, or a connection, you still feel that there is this connection, um, and that still has some energetic cords attached to you. There's an energy of talking about something repeatedly, either you talking about them or others talking to you about this situation. With this Three of Cups card here, I see reunion, circle of people, emotional familiarity, shared memories. But Three of Cups being clarified by the Magician. This is not passive. Now this tells me you're consciously or subconsciously trying to create a moment. You might be thinking, if I go there, maybe I'll see them. Or if I post this, maybe they'll notice. Or if I act normal, maybe something will shift. This is someone who's actively influencing your energy. Yeah, even if it looks casual on outside. I also feel there has been a pause or a delay or a situation where communication didn't go where it should have or where you intended it to go. But you never stopped believing that something could still happen. I think this message is for you if you feel, I know there's like potential here, I can feel it. I just don't know how or when it's going to move. If this is what you've been feeling with, I think this is your story or your message. With Nine of Cups being clarified by Three of Pentacles here, I'm picking up an emotional shift. Like right now, earlier, this would have felt like a wish. Now this feels like a project. Now this is for someone who has stopped fantasizing and started asking, what effort is needed, what role do I play here, or what needs to be built differently this time. I see satisfaction built with realism. If you see this Nine of Cups card, this person is sitting in front of all the nine of his cups, and he with folded hands, and he seems completely satisfied with what he has achieved. And the Three of Pentacles, these three people are building this together. So that is why this seems like particularly, as in like no fantasy, they like, it's the satisfaction is there, but with the sense of realism. Okay. I also know and see here that you guys are not desperate, you do not feel empty, you are not lacking. Okay, but then there is this strong feeling of, if this is going to work, it has to be mutual. I think this is for someone who wants emotional fulfillment, but also wants consistency, wants happiness, not illusion. You may feel proud of how far you have come emotionally. There's quite confidence here. And the same time, there's awareness. Things only grow when both people contribute. So if you have recently felt like pulling back or observing or just observing or reassessing, that's part of this energy. Okay, you're no longer settling for surface level comfort. This is what I see here. Now, Eight of Pentacles being here with the Devil. This tells me something important. Now this message is for you. I think if you keep repeating the same old emotional pattern, you keep working on yourself yet pulled back into the same cycle, or you notice obsessive thinking, over focusing, or emotional attachment. This could be you, or this energy could be of the other person. Someone here is working very hard mentally or emotionally, but from a place of attachment, fear, and control. This can look like overthinking or overanalyzing signs, trying to fix everything, or feeling stuck despite the efforts. This devil doesn't mean something bad, but I think this gives me more of a feeling of something that has been held too tightly. And when you hold something too tightly, at the end of the day it's going to hurt your hand. I feel like one of you is afraid to loosen the grip, because you have this feeling of, if I stop trying, I might lose this. Now this is the energy that has slowed progress. You need to let go of this energy if you have this. Now, being the Empress being your bottom deck energy, I see this is the heart of the message. The situation revolves around value. You're being asked to recognize your worth, your emotional richness, and your natural magnetism. This is for someone who gives warmth without trying, someone nurturing by nature, someone who doesn't need to chase to be chosen. Like the Empress, you see, she's comfortable. She knows her worth, and she's sitting beautifully and gracefully on her throne. She knows this belongs to her. This is her throne. So things align when you stop forcing and start allowing, I would say. So you do not need to overwork this relationship. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. Your energy already speaks, the energy that you radiate. All right. So now, if any of these things make sense to you, I think this reading is for you. Now what's coming next is a movement through ease. This is what I see. What I mean by that is that it could manifest in a way that there is this conversation that happens, and that conversation that flows naturally, or reconnection that doesn't feel heavy, or a moment where efforts feel shared, not one-sided. I think the energy is shifting from trying. If you were trying before, you start allowing. If you were trying to, if you were controlling before, you start receiving. If you were overworking, you start attracting. I see emotional clarity replacing confusion. This connection does not come through pressure. It comes through alignment, which is very important. When I think about this energy, I think this alignment, when it feels natural. When it does come, when you'll be aligned, it will come very naturally, and like something that has always meant to happen at the right moment. So I think this is the energy that I am getting right now. And what is there anything else, universe, that you want me to convey? So all in all, if I say, I see that there is this message or invitation or a casual reconnection that leads to something deeper. It may start light, friendly, playful, but the intention behind it is serious. This connection is moving from thought to plan to action. And I guess you're being asked to actually you're not being Actually, you're not being asked to do anything except stay open, stay grounded, and stay in your Empress energy. What's meant to align with you is already finding its way. Alright, my loves. So, if this resonated with you at all, do not forget to claim your energy. This was Cards and Clarity by Divya, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.